My name is Ren. I am, you guessed it, trans, right? Which means, born a woman, right? And now we're a self-made man with the doctor bills to prove it, fam. That's right. Oh my God, King, that was a $14,000 joke, girl. It's like per nipple, Jesus Christ. No, what it actually means is that people love to ask if I have a penis, like, all the time, right? Which is wonderful. I always assure people I do indeed, right, have a penis. In fact, I have, 9, really. That's right, we got one for every day of the week. We got a couple spares, That's right, folks, my dicks may be store-bought, but they do work just as well, okay? Every time, King, every time. That's right, you can think of me as a very, sexually active Mr. Potato Head, right? The front row really took that visual in. Sorry, we're a real go-go gadget type, Really aged like 5 of you. No, when I was a little girl growing up, and they asked me what I wanted to be, when I grew up, I never really expected to be, the rising star of every single executive order for some reason, but it is what it is. No, and just right now, right, the term trans is forbidden in the government. Ooh, forbidden! Which is kind of great, right? Because now you may refer to me as he who shall not be named, right? I know, I think JK would have really liked that one too, don't you? No, y'all, but it's not, I know it's pretty rough out there. I know it's rough out there right now, but it's not all bad, right? It's not all bad. Just right now, right this very moment, if our, commander-in-chief, right, kicks the bucket, then we get to have our first gay president. A win is a win, Florida. A win is a win. I don't know. Even if he does not know it yet. But enough about me. I want to know about you. Who here is queer? Okay, we can break that down a little bit. Where are my lesbians at? Where are my lesbians at up in here? Hey, I love that for you. I've been demoted from that, but I do love that for you. That's wonderful. We got any gays in the house? We got gays in here tonight? I like that they were all kind of in the aisle, closest to be able to escape to the door. You know what I mean? It's okay. We're planning ahead, gentlemen. We're planning ahead. That's wonderful. Do we got any bisexuals? Any pansexuals? 5 hand folks in the house? Look at all of y'all sitting in chairs. Oh my God. So proud. That's wonderful. Do we have any trans folks in the room tonight? We got any trans folks? I love that. Did you know that a group of trans folks about this size is actually called a chase? I know. And then if we get any bigger, then it's an agenda. No, that's true. That's what it is. Do we have any straight people in the audience tonight? We got any straights? All right, that's so lovely. I like that everyone else was like, yes! And then I was like, straight people, and they were like, so polite. They're like, I won't take up the space. I love that for you. It's okay. You still have an hour in the show to change your mind. You know what I mean? It's fine. When it's my shot day, I'll usually do my shot on stage. I'll get somebody to do my shot on stage. And we're not doing that today because we just did it 2 days ago. But last time I was in Austin, that was when I did it, and then I left my tea in Austin. I had to go back and and just be like, hello, there might be a little bit of a sketchy top kid in the back. Do we have anybody that's on HRT here? That's on hormone replacement therapy? We got some. Yes. Shout out. How do you take it? Shots. How long do you wait for a stall?
5 minutes.
5-10 minutes. She's like, depends on how bad you gotta go. That's right, Queen. You're priority assessment. No, I completely. For me, it's it's a little bit less time than it takes me to prep for anal, right? And it's a little bit more time than it takes them to tell me that the McFlurry machine is down, right? That is a dick joke. So I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting and I'm waiting, and finally I'm like, you know what? Fuck this, I'm done waiting, right? We're basically a rainbow elder. I could die any day. So I go to my car and I grab my STP. Does anybody here know what an STP is? Got a couple snaps, that's beautiful. An STP is called a stand to pee device. Say it with me. Stand to pee. Aha, we're learning. Oh my god. That's right. So you use it to pee. Oh my god, look at that. We are so fast. I love that. So I grab my STP and like I'm a dignified man, right? So I waltz into the woods a little bit, you know? And I laugh, yeah? And I do my thing, right? And when I'm done, you know, I shake it out a little bit, right? Penis havers in the room, back me up here. Shake routine, yes, right? Yes, thank you. And right at that moment, I like look up and I just see the most would you be my neighbor looking motherfucker. I'm sorry I looked at you. Just this old man like walking a tiny dog, you know what I mean? Like not even like 6 feet away from me, right? Transformed to grandpa. My memory is dismembered. I am looking at him and he is looking at me and I am looking at him. And so like an adult, I run away, right? And so now there's just some old man that thinks that, you know, dickless goblins are like roaming the woods of the Ozarks, right? Which is great. He's not entirely wrong, you know. Newest gender just dropped, really lame printed. Okay. God, I had like a dude come up to me after a show, and he'll be like, I can always tell. I can always tell when somebody's trans, right? And like, first of all, like, calm down, Sherlock hormones. Like, I don't know. Right, like, congratulations on having the weirdest superpower that nobody has ever asked for, right? Like, what, like, hey, come on now. Well, before I said anything, you walked over and you were just like, oh, Timu Elijah Wood, you know? That's right, it's Elijah Wood minus the wood. You got it. Who among us hasn't shat themselves in their adult life? Four bottle minorities among us. Okay. I love that. Now, thank you. In exchange for the rest of your honesty, I will give you this story. Now, this is certainly not the most recent time that I have shat myself. Certainly the most interesting. So, flashback, I was 18, I'm living in West Virginia, I was working a gig at a concert, right? So, pretty simple stuff, I was just doing some photography. And my friend was just like, do you want some E? Which we know is short for... One person was just like... That's right. At the time, E short for ecstasy, which I then found out was code for Molly, which I then found out was a lie because it was actually meth. And easy. Florida was an accident. So I do the E, right? And now I am having some time. Okay. And it was my job to man the cameras, right? So I'm going from one camera to another camera to another camera, from one camera to another camera to another camera, from one camera to another camera. And I don't think, you know, I looked mathed out, right? I just thought I was really good at my job, you know? Like... And eventually I, like, you know, feel, you know, what I thought was a fortune. And what turned out to be, you know, like the ecstasy, a lie. And I get that, you know, that warm, you know, familiar, you know, trickle, right, kind of down the back of my head. Oh, don't look at me like that. Y'all know what that's like. I know you do. I just had it. And at this point, right, like, I should have known that, like, something was up, right? Because I knew in my head that I was shitting myself in public, but I was still having an amazing time. Like, and I'm a professional, right? And so I do what you do, and I go to the bathroom, and I get rid of the evidence, and then I would go on home, and I was like, man, ecstasy is great. I know, and I tell my friend like this story the next day, and they're just like, "Dog, that sounds really intense. What did it, what did it look like, right?" And I was like, "Oh, it looked like a rock. It looked like a crystal. Probably because it was good." And they're just like, "My man, I think that was crystal meth." And I was like, "Oh, that's why they call it that." And that's why you can't do meth, folks. They don't really tell you that, you know? You can't do it because it's too good, okay? Like, yo, I literally shot myself, okay? And I still walked away with a glowing review. Like, 11 out of 10. Never do again. Okay, glad we had this talk. I just got to celebrate my 10 years on testosterone right before I got here. Thank you. I know, and when you first go on T, right? There's a lot of changes that occur, most of which I should have expected, right, and didn't. Including I now invest in Bitcoin, right? That's right. And okay, we're gonna get vulnerable really quick. And your clit. It gets bigger, right? Homie up front, you're just like, that's right. Watch out, hung up in the front row. Okay. And it's kind of looks, like a little penis. Circumcised for some reason, and it just feels ridiculous, right? To have gone through all of these steps and all of these changes just so I too could look like a, white man who's really proud of his micro penis. I don't know. That's right, we got that big clit energy queen. You know what I'm talking about? That's right. What's up? No, and really lastly is, the biggest kind of change that I got with T that I super didn't expect is that I have enough ass hair to clog a Roomba. Oh my God, it's so intense, it's so much. And it's right, because you first go and you're just kind of right, you start testosterone, you're just kind of hey, testosterone, could I get a little hair on my cheeks? That would be great. And testosterone's yeah, best I can do is 10 million ass hairs. Take it or leave it. And you're just wrong cheeks, man. I don't know. And it doesn't need to be 10 million. It could be 10, and that would be fine, And testosterone's yeah, best I can do is 10 million ass hairs and a mysterious forehead vein. Have a great day. I don't know why, Mr. Testosterone sounds like Nick Offerman, but there you go. It's true. And so we got a lot of ass hair to deal with, all right? And I usually get waxed, right? Not so much for the aesthetic, but just because, sometimes you need a little reset. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I mean. Does anybody here get waxed? No. What's up, King? One brave taint in this room. Hell yeah, I love that. I love that for you. No, me too. And so I'm not really trying to do that on tour, right? Because I'm not really trying to have, a surprise gender reveal party at Waxing the City. Not really the vibe that we're going for. I like when my pussy's reputation precedes me, but not so much like that, And so I got instead a really nice pair of trimmers, really good pair of clippers, right? Where my trimmers people at? Where my clippers people at? There's a whole lot of bush in this room. Listen, I was gonna say, and I love that about you, Florida. I do. So it's the humidity. Build it and they will come, water it and they will grow. No, I love that. And I'm not, so I got this really nice pair of trimmers, and I'm used to gendered trimmers. You know what I mean? You got your girly trimmers, that are kind of pink and cheap and confused, kind of like me. And and then you have kind of your dude trimmers, you know what I mean? That are kind of Fisher Price toys, right? That's right. You know, 2 attachments, 0 will to live, right? And I didn't get either of those this time. I didn't get either of those. I got a really expensive pair of like non-denominational triggers, okay? And I was so excited to use them. I was so excited because there was like, God, it was like $79.99 in pairs with Bluetooth for some reason. I was like, hell yeah. And so I was ready to go, right? We had full push. We were like ready to go. And I was like, okay, here we go. And I like turn them on and I go, and I immediately go, oh, that was a mistake. Okay. I know, and so then I had to like fix it, right? And so I was like really going after it, and I was like, you're trying to give yourself a little pussy fade, you know what I mean? Like, you got blend, you know, on the thighs. And then finally I like look in the mirror and I go, oh my God, I just gave my vagina a Hitler mustache, okay? I know, and obviously we were gonna take it off, right? Because we can't have it. We can't be walking around with a clit Hitler, you know, a clitler, if you will. We can't have that. We can't have that, right? And so I was gonna take it off, obviously. And then I was like, maybe we keep it, you know? Maybe we keep it just in case, you know, they start doing like genital inspections on trans people or something, you know? Like, that's right, because then they'll drop my trousers and they'll just be like, I don't know, maybe he's an ally, you know? Oh man, y'all have fun. No, that's true. Gosh, y'all learning so much about me today. That's real. That's real. Okay, all right. Another one. I want to. Who here uses condoms? It's not an excuse, you're just like the humidity. Yeah, I bet it's pretty fucking humid when you're raw dogging it like that. Okay, riddle me this, my devastatingly few condom users. Why do we have pre-lubed condoms and not pre-lubed tampons? Snap. How has the patriarchy gotten away with this for so long? Like, I do not understand. I mean, just this very moment. Like, you can go, down the road? You can get yourself, a little, like, pre-lubed, you know, CBD infused, right? Strawberry flavored condom XXL, but like, I can't get a little coconut on my Kotex? Like, that's rude, right? I mean, like, God, just like the absolute hypocrisy of like these ads. You see in these ads, you know what I'm talking about? You got these like, big manly condom brands, so manly, so condom, right? And they're so weird, you know? They're just like, ribbed for her pleasure, thinner than ever, you'll never even know that I'm here. Meanwhile, you got these like girly tampon brands, so girly, so tampon, and they're just like, super extra absorbent. We took the ShamWow guy and the Brawny man, and we put him into a cotton mill to bring you extra absorptive layers. Back in stores, bigger, better, more heavily taxed. I pay it, I can say it, what do you mean? God, I know, and it's just like, man, like, what, you leave a condom on too long? What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? What, you get a little musty? They know. You get a little crusty? Oh, boo. You leave a tampon in too long, that shit can kill you! Yes, now you musty, crusty, and dead! I know, I think it's worse, I don't know. I don't know, man. I just know, like, coming into this world, like, if I had known that I was getting, like, an automatic subscription to getting a raw dog by some overpriced cheesecloth once a month, like, goddamn, like, I know I should have just rolled my own goddamn tampon. Jesus, like, I love, like, when people are just like, when did you know? When did you know that you were trans? And, like, I don't know, I gotta go back to like probably the wizened age of like 3, you know? Yeah, at like the fine dining establishment, Ruby Tuesday, that's right. And we've had a couple coming of age stories in Ruby Tuesday, I hear. That's right. And my mom was just like, I had to pee, a bit of a theme, if you will. And my mom looked at my sister and she was like, can you take them to the little girls' room? And I wasn't having it. And so I said, I don't want to go to the little girls' room. I want to go to the little boys' room. And my mom was like, well, you can't do that. It's 1999 and you're a little girl. And I wasn't having it. And I was also a little shit that knew to bide my time, right? And so I waited until the waitress came back around and she took everybody's order and then she turned to me and she said, and what can I get for you, sweetheart? And now, it's my turn, right? I put down my crayons, I stood up on my high chair, and I loudly proclaimed to the entire restaurant, I have a penis. And it's a big one, too. I know, my poor mother, like, and my sister, my teenage sister, like, hears this happen and is just mortified, and she proceeds to, like, slither down the back of the booth and, like, across the restaurant and out the door, and I promised her that, like, one day I would, make it up to her, right? Indeed, by growing up to be a man, right? With a penis. And about 8 of them are pretty big, too, right? So that's nice. Friend become a born-again Christian. Which is fine, right? Like, live your best life, do whatever you want, right? I just feel like, God, I don't know, like, that's a little hypocritical, right? Like, what, like, I don't get to be born this way, but she gets to be born again? Like, I know, right? That's like a little rude, and like, I don't know, man, like, God, like, ain't that the worst when you lose a homie to, like, hardcore religion? You know what I mean? Like, right? Another one bites the crust, like, jeez. That's Christ in the past tense. Oh, we got more Catholics in here than I thought. Okay. Sacrament jokes, baby. Well, you really think, like, Sky Daddy's up there, he's looking down over all of us, and he's just like, yes, honey, reinvent yourself. Ooh, but not like that. I just don't get the baby Jesus hype, right? Like, mid-20s Jesus at least, right? Like, that's when the fun stuff happens, right? You get the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, That sounds like a pretty gay time. Like, I don't get down, but like, baby Jesus, like, what can he even do? Like, it's a baby, he can't perform miracles, yet he doesn't even have a neck. Like, I don't know, maybe baby Jesus is more powerful than we all think. I'll give you my baby Jesus story since you asked. I was living in West Virginia. I was a teenager, and it was the middle of winter. I was in the middle of, like, having nothing figured out, and so naturally we were working at a goat farm. You guessed it. And it was my job to, like, look after, like, the mamas and the babies, make sure they were all good. And one day, on the job, it's like the night shift, and a mama goat, like, goes into labor, right? And so I do what I'm supposed to do, and I go to the main house, and I knock on the door, and this old woman, like, opens in, like, curlers and a nightgown. She, like, opens the door, and she just looks mortified to see me, right? Which I guess makes sense if, like, a gangly, androgynous, some might say mythical, creature knocks on your door in the middle of the night covered in poop, and I tell her what's going on, and this woman, like, just jumps into action quicker than, like, a white boy on Red Bull. You know what I mean? She's, like, ready to go. She gets her shoes on, she runs in the field, and we get to the mama goat, and the baby goat is, like, turned. It's not like turn, it's like turned. You know what I mean? And so we had to, like, get in there and, like, help a little bit. Kind of like when you like, lose a string on a tampon, and you, oh, come on, don't lie to me. Some of y'all know what that's like. We got the solemn nods in the back, that's right. And so I find myself, shoulder deep in a goat vagina with an old woman for just kind of an unimaginable amount of time to be shoulder deep in a goat vagina with an old woman. And we get the baby out, right? And the baby goat's not breathing, right? It's not breathing. And This old woman, I swear to God, she drops to the ground, she starts smacking that baby goat back and forth, she goes, please, baby Jesus, let this baby goat see the light of day, please, baby Jesus, let this baby goat see its first breath. I am petrified. This woman is in rapture. The mama goat is like, So I do, the one thing that, I could think to do from my countless hours of goat CPR class, right? And I stick my fingers down its throat and it kind of gags a little bit and it like takes in a little air and it starts breathing a little bit and it's like, baby goat's totally fine, right? Baby goat's totally fine, baby goat is still alive today, right? Absolutely, that's right. Still a baby, still a goat. And, was it baby Jesus? Was it me? Gagging a goat? Did baby Jesus give me the ability to gag that goat? We'll never know. I just know, when I signed up to raise goats, I really didn't realize I'd be, raising them Christian, right? I didn't expect. Can you believe I don't get to be born this way, but that baby goat gets to be born again? It's fine. Okay, that's fine. Is anybody here married? Is anybody here married at all? Woo! Beautiful. Are we gay married? Are we straight married?
Gay married.
I love that. I'm very hip, very fresh right now on the scene to get gay married. Yet even fresher gay divorce. I'm so excited for gay divorce court when we get there. I'm so excited. Because it's just going to be a petty battle between two twinks over a dog named Tofu. I'm so ready. No, I just got married actually before I went on tour. Which was, thank you. And when people find out that I married, like a cis gay man, right? I know, plot twist. I know people say the weirdest thing. They're just like, oh my God, that's so good because it's technically a straight marriage, so you're safe. You're safe. That's right, you're safe. That just feels ridiculous, right? Because God, the sex that we have is really neither straight nor safe, is it? So I don't know about that. I don't know. No, but I do love him. He's from Kentucky. He's got this curly long kind of hair, and he's just so cute. And we'll be walking into a place together, and I'll just be like, God, a straight marriage. We look like an indie band, I'm trapped in a Cracker Barrel. What do you mean? Do y'all know what summer long balls are? Yeah, we got a couple of them. Some older gentlemen that know what that is. I love that. Okay, so apparently, testicles swell when it is sweltering, right? And so they, tend to drop it like it's hot, literally, right? Which is true. And my husband happens to have massive testicles, and I know. And when we first started seeing each other, you're just doing because we met online, you just passing pics back and forth. I didn't expect them to be that big because anything else in the vicinity is kind of proportional, right? And it's kind of have you ever seen pictures of the Grand Canyon? And you're like, that's nice, And then have you ever seen the Grand Canyon in person? And you're just like, it's great. I mean, it's just, it's just a lot to take in. It's kind of like that, right? And he needs special underwear for this, right? He needs and I have no use for this, but now I find myself getting targeted ads where I'm like, babe, I think that this pouch technology could really work for you. I don't know. And I also find it strange, I don't know, maybe it's the gift of a spiteful baby Jesus that, he now has the same problems with his testicles that I used to have with tits, right? Kind of amazing. And it's fascinating to me that we're not sharing tech, because I'm like, have we tried underwire? Have we tried it? No? Okay. Man, I hear that y'all got plastic in your balls now, too. Ain't that right? You hear about that? You got microplastic, man. Way to be late to the party. My balls are made of plastic, okay? Keep up. No, y'all, I don't actually have a testicle. Any, really. And that is because I lost them in the womb. And do like to see, you know, how many like kind of like cis dude things that I can kind of like get away with, right? In fact, I recently was trying to see if, as a trans man, I could procure Viagra, right? I know, and I know what you're thinking. You're just like, Ren, why do you need erectile dysfunction medication when you have such an impressively functioning micropenis, you know? To which I would reply, why not, right? So I go onto hims.com, which is immediately affirming, right? Because I'm a he-him, you know? Less of a he-him like a man and more of a he-him like a dog in a car, you know? Where you're just like, look at him go, right? So I'm on hims.com. And three questions to get my answer. Are you a man? Easy, yes. Are you depressed? Easy, yes. Are you dissatisfied with your sexual stamina? Sure. The very next day, there's Viagra on my doorstep, okay? It is like, that is so fast. That is Kool-Aid Man delivery speed, people, okay? I know, I hear he comes quick. Jeez, I actually was surprised by a really lovely old friend that I haven't seen in probably, God, like 10, I haven't seen you since I came out, my man. It's been a long while, and I used to actually be a raft guide, like a commercial raft guide in like a river, right? And I was really nervous to like come out to my homies, and like this dude was so amazing, because like when I came out, it was just the most like affirming thing ever. Has anybody here met a raft guide? Have you ever met like a kind of white-water people before? Okay, so you understand. They're kind of like frat bros that are really into nature, you know, like kind of like that. And so I was nervous to come out to my bros, right? And I like tell them, you know, like what's going on. I tell them that, you know, that I was trans, and like, dude, you were just like, dude, you've always been a dude. Who here came with a friend? Woo! Okay, cute. Some of y'all have something to talk about this afterwards. Okay, all right, for those of you that came with, do you think that your friend would be a valuable asset to your zombie apocalypse team? That was a lot of very strong reactions. That's right, because I had like a couple people that were just like, yes, and then I had a couple other people that were just like, my quick yes people, why? Why yes? Why yes?
So I'm like disabled as fuck and can't see in 3D, so he would be immensely helpful because he has great spatial reason.
I like that. That's first of all so adorable, and also I really appreciate that you're like rating your friends on their like spatial acuity. You're just like,
it's important for a zombie apocalypse.
You're like depth perception, none. Kick them to the curb. For my no people, where you at? Where my no people at? Oh, we're hiding now. Okay. All right, sure. So curious. No, I think that my friends would do really well in a zombie apocalypse, and this is why. I think my friends would do so well because most of them are non-binary, and non-binary people love a craft. You get it? And what is rebuilding civilization if not one big craft, right? I mean, come on, right? Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Listen, okay, well, we're like too good at sports, but we're like too unhinged for the military. Listen, we were made for this special assignment, okay? That's right. Okay, my homies that are in a relationship right now, have you ever gotten like a really bad gift from your partner? Yeah. What was it? Herpes. Woof, dog. That's a bad gift, dude. That's a bad gift. Damn. You're like not on my zombie apocalypse team. Definitely not. My beautiful husband, he got me a present recently. It was a dildo, because we have to outsource that kind of thing, right? And when we got it, it turned out to be this like beautiful, like hyper realist, like very real, very expensive, very, you know, non-refundable black cock, right? And yeah, and I was like, what? What happened? And he was like, well, I got a medium shade. And I was like, what? Would you get a medium shade if there was a light option? You know what I mean? And he was like, well, because you're tan. Yo, we are barely like a Taco Bell medium, okay? Like sure, like a Ritz cracker is more tan than a saltine, but like I don't think, like, it's not a great measure, is it? And I was just kind of like, what? Like I know. And now I'm just like, what do I do with this beautiful biracial penis? I don't know what to do with this penis of color. And like, do I use it? Like, do I use the penis of color? Like, I don't. That's the most inappropriate reparations I could possibly think of, man. That's wild, King. Oh my Lance. Touche. And on the 12th month of hormones, testosterone gave to me 12 big black dildos, 11 bits of peep, and 10 microaggressions, 9 butt hair waxes, 8-inch prosthetic, 7 studded nose rings, 6 octave changes, 5 STPs, 4 new weird back hairs, 3 binders, 2 hair loss shampoos, and a neck beard that never looks right. That's right, now you know. Oh man, oh goodness, y'all so fun. I could hang out with you all night. Mind if I close you on a little political stuff? Are we down for that? Are we game? Are we okay? We good? Okay. Really quick, let me just check it. How y'all coping down here recently? Y'all doing okay? Drugs, babe, drugs. Soft drugs. Who said kratom? Jesus Christ. I've been thinking a lot about straight culture. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know, like, it seems oddly patriotic. Doesn't it? Straight people, like, it's very national. I don't know. I guess like heteros never forget heteros or whatever. But like, I don't know. I don't really vibe with it. And like, it's just tough to like kind of connect with these people sometimes. I mean, like I was just at like an open mic and some dude like leaned over and he just was like just the most bro dude that you can imagine. He like leans over and he just goes, "Oh my God, you have the most beautiful handwriting that I have ever seen in my life." And how do you like succinctly tell a straight person like, thanks, it's because I was a teenage girl? I really refuse to believe like trans people, even when they can't like tell, you know? And like I keep getting this one comment where people are like, stop pretending. Stop pretending that you're a boy, stop pretending that you're not a girl. I don't know why they're British for some reason, but you get the point. And that just is like, feels ridiculous. Like what about me makes you think that we are not committed to this bit? You know what I mean? Like, what do I look like? What, a full Scooby-Doo villain, you know? We got like a fake mustache and a sign that says, ask me about my Ryobi gas-powered leaf blower. They pull my mask off full Scooby-Doo style and they're like, first gay president, J.D. Vance! I was pretty judgy. I was pretty judgy a lot of my yeehaw friends, you know? And like, then I started like doing this tour. We've been carrying this trans flag everywhere. Everybody that performs on the tour, we get to sign the flag. Isn't that cute? We love that. And this is now like my prized possession, you know? It's like my most important object. And so I'm carrying around this trans flag everywhere I go. And I'm like, I don't actually sound all that different from my yeehaw friends at this point, because I'm like, yo, I will die by this pink, white, and blue dog. These colors don't run, brother. I did have somebody come up to me after a show, and they asked me if I was a Republican. Listen. I know that perhaps we look a little Hitler Youthy maybe, but Jesus Christ, man. Do I really look that miserable and dehydrated? Come on! God, it's so rude. I don't know, but that did get me thinking, right? Like, could I pass? It does sound like a TV show. You know what I mean? Like, y'all remember the show Undercover Boss? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? When we used to get, infinitely wealthy white men to fail at the simplest of tasks, right? For our entertainment, God, golden age of TV. I feel like it would be like that, but instead of that, it would just be like, up next on Secret Republican. Ren is trans in theory, but is actually lobbying to give every unborn baby a gun. You've heard of closeted homosexuals in the Republican Party. Now get ready for closeted Republicans in the homosexual party. And I feel like it would have like a funky theme song. I feel like they'd have a really funky theme song to go with it. Feel free to snap along if you know this. Cult classic. I feel like it would kind of go like Republican, tumble out of bed and stumble to the grocery, grab myself a couple of Millers and yawn and stretch and scroll my timeline. Pew pew, jump in the comments and the blood starts pumping. Lower middle class that lives on struggling cause I own them so hard. I'm a secret Republican. Secret Republican. Up your bootstraps, you best be picking. Barely making sense. It's all taken and no giving. Not a Democrat. No, we never cite our sources. And my pronouns are kiss my ass. And you better not ignore it. Republican. Yeah, for freedom and for justice. You would think that I would be empathetic to the homeless. They want to cancel me cause I'm a man of family values. I swear the gay agenda's being led by the transgenders. Before I get out of here, I'm gonna leave you on a little sentimental note. Is that okay? Are you cool with that? Yeah? Okay. That was so well timed. It's like reading Rainbow up in here.